How's it going, everyone? And this is Daniel, and in this video we are going to be talking about Tesla stock. We're going to go over exactly when is the Tesla shareholder meeting that is going to be taking place in 2022. And that meeting, of course, we're going to be getting more details about Tesla stock split, so that's going to be a very important date to watch out for. So we're going to go over and look at exactly when can this Tesla shareholder meeting take place in 2022. We're also going to be talking about should you buy Tesla stock before the stock split or after. We're also going to go over exactly what analysts are saying about why this big tech companies are doing stock splits this year. So make sure you stay tuned. We're going to talk about all this important information coming up. As you can see over here, we have Tesla stock sitting at $881.51. As you can see, we're up 0.58%. We're slightly going up after hours. We have Facebook earnings that came out and the stock is actually going up, so that is fantastic. But for the last 5 days, as you can see, Tesla stock is down 18.32%. That is providing a very fantastic discount for anybody that wants to buy Tesla stock. So let's go over and look at exactly what to expect for Tesla shareholder meeting that's going to be taking place this year. So as you can see over here, we have Tesla shareholders to vote on Tesla stock split, an annual shareholders meeting. So Tesla announced that a few weeks ago. Now let's talk about the date that this specific shareholder meeting is going to possibly take place. So from 2017 to 2019, the Tesla shareholder meeting was held in June. In 2020, the meeting was held in September, and last year it was held later in October. So as you can see over here, June was the month that they did it from 2017 to 2019. So if they decided to do it back in the days, we're getting closer to June. So we're actually at the end of April. So next month's going to be May, and then it's going to be June. So we are getting closer if they decide to do it in June, but we don't know. But just to have a heads up and prepare for that, because you never know when they're going to be coming out and announcing this specific date for investors. So I chose to talk about this because we are presented with a fantastic opportunity with Tesla stock right now. As you can see, we're down 18.32% just from last week. So that is a very fantastic discount for anybody that wants to get involved in it. So the big question is, should you buy Tesla stock before the stock split or after? If you're somebody that wants to just get involved and just do a quick trade just because of this stock split, of course, it's going to be beneficial for you just to buy in and then get a quick trade, get a quick profit, and just sell it off. So the best way to do it is just to buy before the stock split, and then if your plan is to sell out, you can profit because eventually Tesla stock is going to go higher when they announce the date for the stock split. However, if you're somebody that wants to invest in Tesla stock for the long term, the best time to buy is to definitely average down when we have this magnificent dips that we're seeing right now. As you can see, we're down 18.32%. This is mainly driven by, of course, Elon Musk deal to acquire Twitter. So there are different headlines coming out stating that Tesla stock wipes out $114 billion in value as Twitter deal sparks fear. That is reported by Forbes. So there's been a lot of reports of fear from investors. So there are people that are worried about Elon Musk acquiring Twitter and using his Tesla shares as collateral, and that we talked about it in several videos. And there's also concern that he might potentially be selling Tesla stock to get an additional funding to get cash to fund that deal. So that is the big concern that investors have, but I'm not personally scared of that because it is definitely a great time to buy Tesla stock right now when it dips. Even if Elon Musk sells, Tesla has great fundamentals and is going to eventually grow. So if you're somebody that is waiting on the sideline to buy Tesla, this is a fantastic opportunity. Also, when you look at year to date, we're down 26.83%. So this is a fantastic opportunity to buy Tesla stock if you are waiting on the sideline. So now let's hear from analysts what they had to say about different companies announcing stock splits. So we're talking about Tesla, we talk about Amazon, Google, why they decided to do stock splits this year. So we're going to be hearing from them. Also, they go over in detail, talk about what to expect for Tesla once they announce this specific date and by how much they're going to be doing this split. So let's hear from them, but that's going to be from me. I'm going to be making another video later on.
We're shifting gears now to look at this year's annual Tesla shareholders meeting, which will include a vote to offer additional shares in order to facilitate a stock split, which would be the second within the past 3 years. Well, here to help us go deeper into that decision is Wedbush Managing Director Dan Ives. So, Dan, what are your thoughts on the timing of this announcement, especially given Tesla's recent expansion with its German manufacturing plant, as well as trying to double down in China?
Look, I mean, Tesla right now is in a massive position of strength in terms of where they're heading, from a manufacturing perspective, in terms of Berlin as well as Austin and overall demand. So I think the fact that this is the second stock split in 2 years, it just shows that they're in that massive position of strength. They have that high class problem of a 4-digit stock. And I think it's something where, you could always have the debate, but a stock split is a smart strategic move for Tesla, just like it was for Amazon, just like it was for Google, as well as for Apple as well.
Is this an anticipated shareholder vote or split that you would be buying further into, Dan?
Look, I mean, it's one of those fundamentally is why you buy Tesla. And I think fundamentally that's something that continues to sort of move higher based on where we see demand, as well as now the manufacturing footprint where supply is no longer going to be an issue. And they could ultimately double units year over year going into 2022, despite obviously some of the issues that you're seeing in China and some of the COVID issues. But look, retail, obviously like stock splits. And I think Tesla, that there's always going to be a debate, but the stock splits is something where they believe as the stock continues to get higher, they're going to continue to go down this path. And it's hard to argue with the last one where the stock's up about 3x since that in August 2020.
And history certainly seemed to be on Tesla's side with the stock split. I mean, companies have outperformed the S&P 500 after stock splits, and that margin grows wider by the time they hit the 12-month mark. Do you think that will be the case for Tesla, given some of the headwinds, as you mentioned, things like tight supply, chip shortages, as well as the COVID outbreaks in Shanghai that have halted production for now?
Look, I think in EV, it's an arms race. And I think there's perception where more and more competition, that's a negative for Tesla, which we disagree with. I think what you're actually starting to see is more and more adoption, especially in Europe. You look at gas prices, what we're seeing sort of globally. I mean, this is going to be a major catalyst for Tesla. I think ultimately EV demand could accelerate by 2 years in terms of what we're seeing with $6, $7 gasoline, and especially what we're seeing in Europe. And I think they're further flexing their muscles from a manufacturing perspective. You don't buy it because of the stock split. You buy it because fundamentally where you think it's going to go. But the stock split is going to be something that is a catalyst. It's been rumored for what's called the last 4 or 5 months. And I think it was smart to sort of get it out there so at least investors, it's transparent in terms of which way they're heading.
Dan, the timing of this announcement, what does that tell you about what Tesla is seeing in terms of demand, especially with Giga Berlin finally opening up?
It's bullish. I think from a tea leaf perspective, I mean, company that's going to do their second split in 2 years is not doing it because they're in a position of weakness. I think it shows position of strength, confidence. I think we go into 1Q, you're going to see more and more momentum, especially from a manufacturing perspective. You got the April 7th barbecue in Austin where that cuts the ribbon there. And despite all the noise, despite all the competition, I mean, right now, Tesla, at least in EV land, it's really Tesla's world and everyone else paying rent.
So then to that point then, Dan, how much further does this move put Tesla ahead of some of these other EV rivals, not just in the US, but also in China as well?
I mean, in China, specifically like NIO, XPeng, Li Auto and others, phenomenal technology. I think the issue that Tesla has is the manufacturing footprint. I mean, Giga Shanghai is really going to be upwards of 1 million per year. So they have significant brand, significant manufacturing capability, and of course, battery technology. When you look globally, I mean, many companies, they're just trying to get off the ground. Yet Tesla just continues to further flex their muscles. It's similar to what we see with Apple, right? Where many are basically not introducing new products, cutting production because of supply. You look at Apple, they continue to introduce new products.